Hi guys, my name is Gokul and welcome to another Life in Latvia video. So today I am going to be telling you about my experience as a Riga Technical University student. So if you didn't know, I already did my mechanical engineering bachelor's in Riga Technical University or RTU, and I've graduated in 2021. So I started in 2017 actually. So I came in 2017 October, so 1 month after the classes started. So I was only allowed to take 2 subjects in my first semester. They gave me only Latvian language and mathematics 1. They did not allow me to take all the subjects because I was late and a lot of classes had already started. I initially actually came for chemical engineering degree in RTU. Since I only had 2 subjects for my first semester, I was made to retake all the remaining subjects in the next semester. So 2 semesters actually combined into the full first semester for me. And I also decided to switch my program from chemical engineering to mechanical engineering. And I contacted the foreign students department, and they told me that if I have good grades in my 2 subjects that I had in my first semester, that I could change courses. And that's exactly what happened. I switched from chemical engineering to mechanical engineering because they said I needed 7 or more, and I did. So that happened in my second semester, which is technically an extension of my first semester. So when we talk about subjects at RTU, from my experience, a lot of students actually struggled with mathematics 1 and also with physics 1. So these subjects, for me at least, it was very similar to something that I've done in high school. But the fact that you're in a new country, it's a new system of grading because you're graded out of 10 and you have new professors, they might have an accent you don't understand. So all this would come into, a factor to estimate your scores. During physics, there are practicals, which are probably the hardest to do because you have to do your practicals, you have to get all the readings, and then you need to do a lot of calculations, differentiation, a lot of stuff under that. And these are actually graded by automated systems on Otis, basically like the online studies portal, and you have to actually put in the answers on Otis and it will automatically check if your calculations are correct. So a lot of students did struggle with this and a lot of students tend to fail this subject, so do pay attention to it. At least for mechanical engineering, I can say that some of the difficult subjects that you'll have to deal with are mathematics 2, and then you have this basically mathematics 3 later, which is very difficult. And physics 2, the practicals part is a bit difficult as well because there's a lot of calculations, a lot of automatic checking on the portal as well. So this would be something you can look into. For me, at least, one of the biggest highlights of my entire studies at Riga Technical University was the fact that they had a student parliament. So at the student parliament, they had something called the International Student Council, or ISC. So of course they have I think they have an Instagram page and Facebook page as well, so you can check it out if you are actually going to be students at Riga Technical University or if you're currently studying there, because ISC is the International Student Council. They organize events for international students. They're run by international students, and you can always go to student parliament or DM them to become a part of this particular society. So back in the day, I actually ended up going to student parliament and asking them if they had something for international students. And apparently they had a framework for the ISC, but it wasn't very well established. So I met this guy called Theodore at the time, and he told me that they were just having the elections and there's going to be a new person in charge. So we met Lauma, who's a great friend of mine now. And we met her, we sat together, we decided what to do with the ISC. And in the future, a lot of people actually ended up joining us, and we had a really good team of volunteers, and it was some of the best fun I've had. We even organized RTU Got Talent, which was like a big talent show for RTU students, and honestly it was a lot of fun, and there was a cash prize too for the winner. So I also ended up actually serving as the deputy head of the International Student Council for a year. And at the time, this was a paid position, so thank God. And I'm not sure about it now. I do regret that I'm not completely in contact with everybody at uni right now, but I know ISC is alive and well, and they're doing a lot of amazing things. So actually, my experience at ISC and my experience being the deputy head there is what got me my internship at my current company where I work at Education Bridge. And this internship actually turned into a part-time job and then a full-time job for me. I would absolutely recommend getting yourself involved in societies and councils because it would look great on your CV and it would actually help you connect a lot, especially with Latvian students, because Latvian students don't study with international students unless they decide to study in English, which very few of them do. So if you are part of the council, you get to meet a lot of local students and you get to integrate better. They also had like a buddy system where if you are a new student, you get paired with an older student who will tell you things about Latvia, tell you things about Riga, tell you everything you need to know, and you would be able to pay that forward by being a buddy in the future for somebody who's new in Latvia. So this is like an amazing way to meet new people and make new friends. So I would like to also go a little bit into my thesis. So I did my thesis in mechanical engineering with the help of some professors and a PhD candidate at RTU because I didn't want to do anything that was a little more software related like SolidWorks or anything. I decided to do something practical with fiber concrete. So they were so helpful and they helped me create the actual fiber concrete samples, strength test them and prepare the material for my thesis. So I did receive a lot of support from the professors and from like the PhD students who helped me get my thesis on track. One of my biggest regrets during my studies at RTU, I would say, is that I did not take Erasmus. So if you don't know, Erasmus is like an international exchange program where you get to go to a different country and you get to study in a different university for one semester and you get like a stipend amount like every month from the Latvian government to do this. So it's an exchange program and I was unable to do it because when I was able to do it, I was the ISC deputy head. So I was a lot more focused on that. If I would have a go around it again, I would probably adjust my semesters a little bit so I would be able to go for Erasmus and explore that side of things because I know a lot of my friends who did go ended up having so much fun. So let's talk about professors. So at RTU, a lot of professors speak really good English, but some of them are not actually very fluent or they might have some accent, so it's a little difficult to talk to them. I would say that they sometimes even used Latvian slides or diagrams and graphs with Latvian labels. So this was something that students did address with the ISC and it was later changed. So if you do have problems with academics or with professors or anything of that sort, you can get in touch with the International Student Council of the Student Parliament and they will represent you and talk to the administration to see that they will adapt the program a little more to you. But this is all from my experience like years ago, okay? So as I understand, things have changed for the better. They are using like updated materials and professors do speak English. So if you do have any problems, you can always approach the ISC. So there were a lot of really nice professors at RTU, but some of them, they didn't speak fluent English, as I said, and we actually got through with the help of our friend in our group who actually spoke Russian. So he would actually help ask him some questions and try to translate to get things done. So that was my experience, but I hope things have changed, and I believe they have. From the new students, I've heard that things are a lot better and everybody do speak like proper English and everything. Overall speaking, I would say I was able to get a really good European quality degree from Riga Technical University. Unfortunately, I don't work in the field I got my degree in, mechanical engineering. I work in education, but I would say there are a lot of people who did finish their degrees in Riga Technical University who are working in the field, not necessarily in Latvia, but in other countries. And the students are also doing their masters in Latvia or other European countries as well. So this is my insight into how my group of what do I call it? Students from my group, what they are doing now. A lot of people actually end up falling in love with Riga and staying back for studies, for work, or they find a partner, who knows. And a lot of people do end up staying in Latvia or moving to other European countries. I would say that Riga Technical University is one of the highest ranked universities in Latvia. And recently, I think when the rankings came out, RTU climbed the rankings, so they are improving themselves. You can always check the world ranking and the Latvian university rankings to understand that a little better. I hope that my experience at RTU and all these little things I've told you help you a little bit or give you a little more insight into what to expect when you go to RTU. But I have to tell you, it is by no means very easy. I graduated in COVID, so I didn't even get a proper graduation. I just showed up there and collected my degree and came home. But they have good graduations usually. And I would like to say that it is by no means easy. You need to put in work, you need to put in effort, you need to do your homeworks, and they have a system called AutoPass. So if you have good attendance, you've done all your assignments, you've submitted all your projects, you will get an automatic mark without having to write the final exam, which is the easiest way to clear a subject. So if you are regular with your studies, if you're updated with your studies, you can easily pass. RTU is a bit strict with studies. They can basically terminate your studies if you fail more than 3 or 4 subjects like in a semester. So you need to pay attention to your academics, and especially if you're choosing a technical program, you need to be very updated with it. You need to pay attention to your practicals, your attendance, and stay on top of everything. It is a little difficult, but the payoff is worth it. So I would also like to thank Riga Technical University for an amazing time there. All the professors that's helped me, all my peers, and especially the International Student Council of the Student Parliament, because without them, life at RTU would not have been as much fun as it was. I would also encourage any of you applying to RTU to reach out to the ISC or with current students there to get a more accurate idea of how things are. If you are coming to Latvia for studies, then RTU is the perfect place for you. But if you are coming to Latvia to just work or have some other ulterior motives, RTU is probably not the best for you because it is going to be a little bit difficult to keep up with everything. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section below. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and also check out the Instagram because I post regularly there, and you can DM me there as well. And I will try to reply to all your comments and your questions, and see you in another video very soon. Bye-bye.